fade in on alarms and chatter over the radio of the corpses in front of you. Desmond, you're with Renko as you watch the newest arrivals, this terrifying trenchcoat clad force that wiped out everyone on the back lawn and proceeded to head inside. Renko has pushed open the back door and you open out onto a clear reception area. There's a large stone chimney right in the middle. Two balconies to your left and your right hand side. Stairs going up to either one. Doors on both your floor and the balcony above. And directly opposite you, you spy Eliza and Corporal Kane. Having entered the building through the front door, your plan of a pincer movement, seeing the bodies in front of you, was definitely the sound tactical choice. There was no resistance encountered. It's very evident that, as far as you know, staff in this facility are dead. There are alarms ringing inside the building, and the team that attacked the guards posted at the back door are nowhere to be seen. I'll let you take it away.
Desmond steps out into what time of day is it again?
It's
nighttime, right?
Yeah.
you approached at dusk. That's correct.
Okay, yeah. So he steps out into the night, and his pants are soaked with blood. It looks like he waded through it, and it's on his hands and the weapon he's carrying, but he himself doesn't look hurt. And I assume Renko lumbers out behind him, and Desmond's not going to say anything, but he's just going to hold up his hand and wave for Eliza.
Just for clarification, you've already entered the back door of the facility. You're meeting Eliza and Kane, who entered through the front door. You've come in as a pincer, and you're in the reception area where the bodies are now everywhere.
Oh, my mistake.
So you are. It's all right.
They were
Wrong
in the
way,
back
Mark.
door.
Wrong way.
It was vice versa.
Wrong way. Yeah.
Eliza and Kane went through the back door. Yeah.
Yeah. We
Doesn't
went
matter
through
too
the
much,
back.
but
Apologies.
we're here now. We're here together.
We're
Ah,
here. The
That
gang's all
explains
here.
why I was confused. I was like, what's
Yeah.
going on?
That's my
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
We've had a week off, and my brain is
It's okay,
the
it's okay.
heat has scrambled
No
my brain.
worries.
Apologies. Continue.
It's
Okay.
all good.
No, this is all one continuous game. It's just
Yeah.
we break it up
We
for your
have
sake.
actually been recording for like days on
73
end.
days.
without
Please
He
sleep.
help
won't let
me
us go.
sleep.
He won't let us
He
go.
has us locked in the basement. Please.
He
It's
keeps
hot in
saying,
the
"Solve my
UK."
puzzles, solve my puzzles, or I won't let you go, Americans."
Carving the yellow sign into my own forehead every time you get
No.
something wrong. All right,
Uh,
but you are
Sorry.
for the purposes of brevity. Then you are now reconvened in that reception area. There are corpses everywhere.
Desmond has not technically seen the intruders yet, though. He hasn't seen the team that we saw.
No, that would be you. Yeah, you saw the trench
Yeah.
coat people, not.
Okay. Fuck, Desmond, fuck, shit.
Yeah, fucking shit.
No,
I mean,
no,
Jesus.
no. They're here again. The goddamn trench coated, shotgun wielding fucks from the Night Force. All those years, they're back again.
Noted. Not really sure what to do about that. Ranko, you familiar with any dudes? Were they Russian? What language was that? There was. They had these gas masks, yeah, right? I remember that very clearly.
Yeah, but they weren't speaking anything. They just they just moved. That's it. They just
Yeah, the voices you heard are coming from the radios that are on the corpses on the ground.
Oh, from the staff. I see.
We need to move fast. We need to find the kids and get them out of here, and then we need to go get the rest of that gear from the stash room, from the safe room.
Renko stops a moment and kneels down, and he's listening to the chatter coming from the radio, just intently for a moment, and then it stops. And he fishes the radio off of the corpse's belt, and then sees there's some buckshot sort of has mashed the side, and the radio was going to last long, and it sparks out. Shit. From what I could tell, this place was hit maybe 20 minutes before we got here. Last of them are holed up in the security room. They'll probably fire on sight. Listen, they were testing the effects of that sign on those children, but it's not only reason this site exists. God knows what else is lurking in these corridors, so we need to be more careful than we've ever been. Do you understand?
Yeah. It's salt time, is what you're saying.
That is what I'm saying, yes.
Okay. Branko is ex-Spetsnaz, so he knows how to clear rooms. Okay. Branko, I think it might be best for us to just move as one unit and just go room by room. Just slow and steady. Alright?
Agreed.
Eliza, you have that, you got your new gun now, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Don't be afraid to use it.
Yeah, I guess I should be ready for that. I'll do what I have to, I guess.
No, you will shoot, okay? There's no hesitation there.
Pretty please, I am much uglier with scars and lead in my face. You must shoot.
I guess we just kind of follow the bloodbath, right? We just follow where the bodies are currently. And try to get an idea of the layout of the building.
Renko kind of looks around and he goes, there are, as you say that, you look around and realize that there's bodies like everywhere. There's guys like hanging down from the balcony, like some of the wooden struts are smashed. You look now and you can see some legs dangling down from the inside of the fireplace, and there's just blood in the entire of the inside of the flue is just gore and viscera.
Damn. I hope you're adapted to violence.
I'm not.
Um, I don't have any idea where to go from here. I mean, it's kind of just pick a path and hope for the best right now. So, um,
I only ever went in that one room here, and it is that room up there. And he points to one of the doors up on the, like it would be the left-hand balcony, as if you were coming in from the front of the building.
right.
And you can see it's from here. You can see like it's got an open like big glass window on the door that's like smashed, but it just looks like a small office.
Were there
I
any areas, Franco, that you saw where scientists were coming out of? Sorry to interrupt you, Eliza.
okay.
Doors on either side, man, everywhere. This whole place. You can kick a door open and find something weird.
I was just thinking, and I'm not as well versed in this as you are, but maybe we should start on this floor and move upwards methodically so that we don't leave anything behind.
I do know there is basement here as well, but whether you want to venture down there is up to you.
I think that we start at the lowest point and then work our way up.
Mm. They would want to keep the most sensitive things down in the basement, things that they are able to contain. I don't think they would keep the children down there. Just logically, it wouldn't make sense. They're kids that are being tested on. They would keep them somewhere where they're easy to be moved and observed without too much trouble.
With all due respect, Corporal, I actually think it would be highly likely that they were keeping kids in the basement. I've worked on lots of smuggling cases, and there were a lot of things in basements.
But here's the thing is that it's not just the kids that are here. According to Renko, there are other experiments and other things, darker things that were being tested here. I don't think we want to run into them right now.
Yeah, man, he's right. If you remember the thing that attacked me when we first met, I mean, choose between a bunch of kids and that thing. Which one would you keep in the basement?
I mean, fair enough.
Desmond,
Yeah. Well,
I mean, we can obviously go check out the basement. I mean, the more that we know about our situation, the better. But at the same time, I'm not really looking to go into a area that I know for sure there aren't going to be exits out of. And if we get trapped in the basement with no way up, we're fucked.
You're right. It's not that I'm looking for trouble or anything, just that I'm worried
know.
trouble will come looking for us if we leave it alone.
That's a lot easier to deal with than just my priority is just trying to get these fucking kids out of here. Or at least making sure that there's no civilians that are not involved with this out of here.
Right. Well, then
Is there any like specific corridor where like there is a lot of like fighting like being seen? Like there's a lot more like
It's actually quiet, other than the alarms, and the place seems like just devoid of life almost.
Well,
At least
I
from
think
where you
we
are
sh-
right now.
I think we just pick a hallway and just move down it. Go door by door, just check the rooms and clear. Yeah.
Okay. So, to do that, I'm assuming you're gonna want to be moving somewhat cautiously.
Right.
So I'll get you all to make stealth checks, if you will, please.
Yes, with my 14 stealth. I got a 15. That's a failure.
It's all right.
Big L.
You know how we do. I started off last session with the same roll. It's a 96, baby.
Not doing great either, to be
Yes.
honest, Mark.
Okay.
We're not we're not stealthing today.
Noted. All right, that's fine. You move on through. In somewhat of a formation, just through there are double doors to your left that Renko suggests first. You move into a long corridor, more bodies, claw marks, shell casings on the ground, bullet holes, what look like maybe claw marks of some kind. There are upturned filing cabinets, papers strewn around, totally in Cyrillic. Just trashed offices to your left and your right. It looks like some sort of... The corridor heads straight through the middle, but then there are like wooden... they're not really walls, they're like dividers, kind of waist high, all the way along. So you're in a sort of pseudo corridor. It's just straight to a door at the other end, but through the glass on your left and right you can see like a big office bullpen almost. One to your left, one to your right. There are just what appear to be various experiments. Like there are vials and beakers and God knows what, and it's all just smashed and destroyed. There's been a huge firefight in here. You see for the first time what appeared to be actually armoured and equipped men. Obviously the people on the outside were posted up in civilian clothes, most likely to deter any suspicion if anyone come wandering in, but the men on the inside obviously don't have to worry about that, and they were more heavily armoured. However, this does not appear to have helped in any way. Some of them dead on the ground, huge claw marks through their bodies. Some of them just plain old buckshot. Those of you that you see the claw marks, can you all make a sanity check for me, please? Is this
All right, we've been through so much shit. I forgot that this is horrifying.
Yep, particularly gruesome scene in front of you.
Now I got a 14.
Okay.
Could have used that for my stealth, but that's fine. I'll take that L.
Okay, well I got a 16. I could have used that for my stealth.
Wow.
And Eliza?
I got a 55. I couldn't have used that for myself, but you know what?
Is that fit?
It's
Is that still under?
welcome. Yeah,
Cool.
we're okay. But we're
I hope so.
mighty close.
We're
I'm
at about
struggling.
that point with everybody, I think, 40s and 50s.
Desmond is doing okay.
Yeah.
Eliza's not doing great, to be honest. She's getting down there. Next
That's
breaking
fine, then.
point check.
There's
She might reach it today.
you all kind of steel your stomach somewhat and there's no sanity loss. You'll pass. Can you make a all of you make an alertness check for me, please? I'll roll for Renko. He'll also be making the same check.
Bro,
15. Woo!
we swing all the way back to a 97. Please.
32. I'm
It
good.
said we go in places, Desmond.
I'm swanging.
We swanging today.
For those of you that passed, you from beyond the door at the far end, you notice as you entered and you took this scene in that the door seemed to have just sort of swung shut, and you can hear the gait of someone, or for those of you that passed, you're perhaps starting to think something, it's heavy, bipedal, but heavy.
Guys,
Heavier than any human.
something big is in there.
Yep, we hear it. Just
I don't. Sorry, the whole scratches on the chest thing is a bit of a close call, you know.
Mm-hmm. Just, I think whatever made those scratches is probably lurking around in there, and I'm sure it's already hurt us, so.
Renko kind of taken in the scene, and he's been quiet thus far. He turns to you when you say that, like that.
Now you see why I had my doubts about my service. I love my country, but if this is the sort of shit they are going to do behind closed doors... You're right, there's something in there. We need to be careful.
Kane just kind of pulls out of like his like chest ring, just like the two like fragmentation grenades.
Okay.
Desmond,
Anybody
holds-
want one?
Fuck no. Ever. And B, should I make a salt ring around the door? So if
Don't.
it does come through, we can start chanting, and then fuck the ritual, throw a frag grenade at it while it's stuck.
The salt thing is very specific. We don't know what's beyond there. We might just be giving it seasoning. For us.
I'm always
So,
salty.
win-win.
Anywho, question for the handler.
Mhm.
What is its position again? Exactly. You said it's in the room.
The door
end.
at the end of the long corridor, which is about maybe it's a big old room. Like this is technically one big room, and they've put these partitions up. This is a large room. It's probably sort of each of these labs is probably about 50 by 50 feet each. And then you're in a long, so the door is like 50 feet dead
Corridor,
in front
yeah.
of you. Yeah.
Okay. I think, Renko, I think if you three kind of just hold position in the corridor as a fallback position, I'm going to move to the door and just try to peek in and see what it is. And push comes to shove, I can chuck these two bad boys through the door and then make a break for it.
He kind of turns to you and then like readies the AK-12 and
Okay.
he grabs one of the filing cabinets that's still upright and relatively intact, and he slowly just sort of leaves it down onto its side, so it's covering the length of the width of the corridor, and then this is about halfway along, like 25 feet up, and he takes a position with the AK-12.
Handler.
Yeah.
How tall is the ceiling in here? You said it was like a 2-floor balcony type situation. So tall?
We're on the first floor right now, so
yeah, you're on the first floor. The ceiling above you is probably about
average 15, right?
yeah, about 15 feet above you.
So, with standard climbing gear, could I throw a rope up to the second floor and climb up it so I don't actually have to go up and around and through the building? Because I think the stairs are near that door on the other side.
We're down a hallway.
Yeah,
right now.
you've gone through one of the doors off of the two balconies were in the main reception room.
That was like the main lobby reception.
Yeah.
Oh no, my mind space.
Yeah,
that's all right.
It's hard to imagine things without a map in front of you, right?
Yeah, sometimes. You've gone through the double doors that were just immediately on your left. Like Renko just picked one because you guys said we'll just start.
Disregard that crackhead idea.
That's all right, no problem.
I'm gonna throw a curveball at the handler. Renko, how old is this building? Do you know? Is it?
I think this place used to be summer camp. They had it open in the 60s, maybe. We purchased the land through shell corporations in the 80s, man.
Okay. That's good news for good or bad.
We reinforced the shit out of the place.
Okay, I was about to say, because there's a difference between cover and concealment, because I can shoot through walls if they aren't reinforced.
Oh, not
In fact,
everything
all of
in
us
here
can.
is super reinforced, man.
Alright. Well, Kane is gonna hop over the filing cabinet, just kind of waltz up. I'm not even gonna bother with like a stealth. I'm just gonna waltz up to the door, kind of like just peek in, like I'm just saying hello to somebody, like just hey, and just look inside the room, just peek in.
Wow.
You peek. As you do, you tilt the door open to see another room. This looks like a locker room of some kind. Lockers to the left and the right. This room is smaller than the room that you are already in, but you only get this briefest glimpse. As you stick your head in, you look to your left, and as you look to your right, you smell it first. A combination of corpse flesh and fur, maybe. The eyes on this thing blaze purple, and the tongue that emerges from this thing's fanged teeth as it takes off through the air and towards you. Can you make a dodge roll, please?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's go. 34. Success. Closes the door. Slams it shut. Okay, we're not doing that today.
He actually fails by a single %.
That's
Uh-oh.
enough,
You-
baby.
You see it coming and you slam the door shut, and a moment later, the claw on this thing smashes a hole and tears through the wood on the door before yanking. It's like double doors that you opened, yanking one of the double doors
Oh.
aside, and all of you see it somewhere between a wolf and an ape. Smells like death. Can you all make a sanity check for me, please?
Good
Some good
God.
Alright.
creature design.
What
I'm
about-
like, ooh. I
Oh,
want it.
cool. It's a failure.
Okay.
Oh, he's getting the
I'm
dice out.
good. I'm good.
All right. Everyone that failed that takes 2 sanity loss. Everyone that passed takes 1.
Wow.
And I'm going to let Desmond make a... if you've got unnatural, you can use it, or occult, or survival. And that those 3 rolls will give you related
Well-
but slightly different answers.
I hope you're ready for the survival information. Ah! It's a
Ooh.
97, bro.
Oh no.
Dude.
So I'm going to give you the information, but I'm going to give you too much
Oh, yes.
information.
Let's go.
Yes.
You've heard way back when you were in your early 30s when you became a park ranger? Early 30s. The stories. Particularly when you were sent for training on Native American reservations. Everyone knows the peoples of the many tribes of Native America. They have some of the greatest trackers in the world, so the US government would be foolish not to send their employees out to train with these people. But you hear the stories at the same time of what happens when people lost in the woods succumb to cannibalistic tendencies. Believe the Algonquin term for it is Wendigawak. Forgive my murdering of the pronunciation there. More commonly known as a Wendigo. Can you, Desmond, with a stunning realization that all of these stories that you heard by the campfire are real and not something else you could file separately from the crazy shit you already know exists? You lose 5 points of sanity.
Here's, I'll drink to that.
You'll drink
Cheers.
to anything.
You can drink my tears as they flow.
And of course,
Okay.
5 or more
Oh, okay.
means fight, flight, or shut down. Your choice.
Wow. And what a choice it is.
Desmond just goes, I'm a head up.
Desmond sees an image of his past. Something that he couldn't fight, and something that he couldn't run from. Something else that came from the forests that he should never see. And the memory just becomes clearer and clearer until he forgets where he is. And with a soft clatter, the MP5 just falls to the ground at his feet as he stares at this creature. And eventually, just at the spot beyond as it moves away, Desmond shuts down.
With that, you are in combat now. As your brain kind of reboots, you do recall. I'm gonna let you make another survival check.
Ooh.
If you wish, to see if you can recall something else that
An
might
84
help you.
over
here.
80.
It's an 84 over 80. You don't, I'm afraid. But
Dude.
there's no punishment either. That's fine. Okay.
I'm crying over here, man.
Desmond taking fat L's today.
I had to
Not
drop
good.
the MP5 to hold all
wait,
these
hold-
goddamn L's.
Let's see here. Just pull up. Get my notes out. Yep, that's fine. Alright, can I get everyone's dexterity there, please?
Yeah, my dexterity is a wonderful 11, so I'm
So
sort
is
of shit.
mine. So is mine.
I'm
11
14 if
is
it
well.
matters.
It doesn't, so don't worry about it. He's
Excellent.
still pliable. You can move him. He's just in a fugue state. If you were to sort of take him by the shoulders and move him, I will allow you to do that, either of you, on your turn if you wish. He will go with. There won't be any resistance because he doesn't really know where he is right now. Eliza is also an 11. Okay. So you'll be pleased to know that either of you are first, depending on the. Oh, hang on. I need to get.
Oh, that means this thing's strength is gonna be dummy high.
I'm so hyped.
Okay. Sorry, I had Renko's stat block up and now it's disappeared. Let me just find it.
No worries. While you're doing that, Nina, would you like to go first, or shall
I would. I would
Yeah?
love to go.
All right, ladies
I want to
first,
shoot
then.
it.
Wait, I just wanted to check, but yes, that's fine. Renko is going after you, that's fine. So yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So hyped. So as this thing starts like cleaving down the door, Eliza is going to level her AK-12, I believe, and she's gonna shoot it.
AK, does she have the AK-12, or does
No,
she have the
Renko.
That's gonna
No.
kill you.
Does she have a
MP5? I thought.
She has the Beretta, right?
You've got the
You have
silence
the-
Beretta, but I would
Yeah.
just a DM tip. I would probably use something a bit bigger.
You do have the MP5 from the other guy.
So many guns, all
You have
similar
a,
names.
You have a submachine gun.
You have a submachine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to use that. That sounds fun.
I will say from a layman's perspective, because you're just looking at this thing, this thing looks like it's got a thick hide. You'd be better using the biggest firearm you have.
Big gun.
Mm-hmm.
Big gun. Yeah, I'll use that.
All right, roll firearms for me.
One sec. Ooh, okay. That is 75 under 80.
That is a hit. So roll the damage for that weapon.
Five.
5, okay.
Mhm.
S- All right, you let off a single shot or a burst.
Ooh, I want to use a burst. That sounds like a
Okay.
good time.
That's good. So that will be. And what's the lethality rating on that for the burst for the weapon?
It's 10%.
Oh, okay, so I didn't get on 10. I just wanted to check. Okay, no, that's fine then. So he's 5. Okay. So you see chunks of its hide kind of fly off as the burst hits it, sort of in the upper right of its pectoral. It doesn't. It's damaged. You see kind of a black blood from the wounds, but it doesn't react to the hit. And Kane, you're up next. I will say, because you're a bit more of a tactically aware person, Desmond is directly in Renko's firing line.
Technically still at the door.
Yeah, you're right in front of it.
I'm right next to the door. I just witnessed this thing punch through the door like a.
You can probably move fast enough to get to Desmond in this round and shift him out of the way if you want. He'd only need to be moved like out of the way, and then Renko would have a clear shot, just to give you an idea.
So that's kind of what I'm gonna do. It's just kind of shove like Desmond down. I'm not even gonna move him. I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah,
force him to squat.
that's definitely out of full auto AK-12 spray range.
You know what?
You're like right next. You're kind of in front of him, but you're now below his firing line.
I am in the forest of West Virginia right now.
Okay. Anyways, do I still have an action after that, right? So like that was just kind of movement, and then.
If you push him down, you'd probably have what's in your hands when you push him down.
He
I
has the
currently have like
grenades, right?
my rifle, and like the grenades are like I'm holding on to them, ready to just kind of throw any which of the kind of 6 that I have.
I'll let you pulling a pin on a grenade, getting a decent sort of degree for a throw, and like making that quick calculation. That's going to be too much for having done what you've already done. I'll let you take like a burst at it. It will be a 10% penalty because you'll be quick, like with a rifle.
I'm actually not going to do that.
Okay.
After I push Desmond down, I'm taking the flash grenade and just yelling, "Close your eyes and open your mouth," and just chucking the flash grenade behind me.
Okay. Make that's athletics for any thrown object. You're doing that blind, but you are doing it like down a narrow corridor. It's not like a wide open area. So I'm just going to... Normally that would be a 20% penalty, but because of the area, I'm just going to say it's a 10% penalty.
Okay.
To not like accidentally throw it through one of the windows to your left and right. Like.
Hey, guess what I did?
What did you do?
I chucked it through one of the windows.
It careens off to your left. Like you throw it, and then 2 seconds later, you just hear a smash of like cheap plate glass. That's what's on either side. As the flash goes off well away from the intended target, unfortunately.
Ooh, I really hope there's nothing flammable in there.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a lab.
You've beat me. You've beat me to what I was going to ask you to do next, which is make a luck check for me, please.
52. Okay, that's a success.
You're good. There was nothing flammable in the particular area that you threw a...
But inches away.
In the alternate timeline where
magnesium
Kane got a
filled-
direct hit on some chemical equipment, and it's like just the entire lab is
Yeah,
destroyed.
just starts
It's-
burning.
It's just the meme where it's like, oh wow, I hope that isn't flammable, and
Yeah.
it's like getting blasted
This is fine.
away.
This is fine, and just everything's on fire. Okay, it is Renko's turn, and has a clear shot, and he's going to take it. Let's see, prone position, so I get to add 10. Yeah. He just makes the shot. So
What a
let's see.
shot it is. Say goodbye to your hearing for the next, like, 12 minutes.
Pretty much. So it's just a moment there. No, I've not got open. Give me the guns, give me the guns.
I would like the guns, please.
And that is indeed a heavy rifle. So that is 1d12 plus 2 damage. A d12. When was the last time? Well, I could say when was the last time I rolled this. Jacob's been rolling them for about a year.
Barbarian and that Desert Eagle, man.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, it's always that feel of, like,
Oh,
you being
guess-
the D12 and the one they tell you not to worry about being 3D4.
since nobody has said it yet, time to get some Wendussy.
Jesus.
There's a reason nobody fucking said it.
Um,
Can
We
we?
like
Can we?
you,
Do we have to
Bryan.
legally edit that out?
possibly. There. I'll make that
Please
decision
edit
on the day.
No
There
regrets,
is-
no regrets.
There is a notable, like, it slows this thing down. He fires a burst. The plate glass on either side of the entire 25 remaining feet of that corridor just shatters, and the thing's chest just explodes with the same black gore that you saw when Eliza fired, except in larger chunks. And it stops a moment, and then looks kind of to its left and to its right, and then jumps sideways through one of the windows into the lab to its right. Let's see. There appears to be a certain amount of canny intelligence to this thing. It's identified Renko as the threat, and it's not going to continue walking forward down that corridor for sure. And as it hits the ground on the other side, it lets out this howl, the likes of which those of you that are currently aware, this howl features in every nightmare you have until the day you die. And for that reason, I'd like Eliza and Kane to make a sanity check for me, please.
Success. For now.
I could never. That's a failure for me.
Kane, you're fine. Eliza, you don't lose any sanity points, but I must ask you, fight, flight, or shut down?
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well. the response that has gotten Eliza through a lot of her troubling experiences is to just fight something until it falls down. Just fight something and keep going forward. So she is gonna choose fight.
I'll remind you that you now view everybody as hostile.
Yeah, I still kind of think she would fight them, to be honest.
Okay.
Kind of her.
Just making you fully aware of the mechanics.
Kind of her.
With that in mind, then, I'm going to say it's Eliza's turn now.
Oh, hell yeah. So, Eliza is far, far, far more comfortable with unarmed combat than she is with armed combat. So for that reason, I would love for her to just try to fight Renko. I think he's pretty close to me. He's like directly next to me, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna attack Renko. Gonna just like jump on him.
You begin to hyperventilate, and that red mist kind of descends. And for a second, you're back on that roof with the silencer on Alzis's pistol mere inches from your face, except it's not Alzis, it's Renko. And you stand up and you look around, and everyone else on that hotel building is Renko, and they all want you dead. And you lash out. Can you just make an unarmed attack for me, please?
Yes, I can. I'm so excited. I'm
I
hyped.
attempt to trip her.
I can't wait for her to just kill him in one hit with a punch.
Can't wait either.
Tell you what, he won't be expecting it. That's for sure.
No, he won't.
He's laughing too hard.
I sure hope that doesn't disrupt his aim on the automatic AK-12 he's firing.
Did you crit?
This is yeah. This is such a bad idea.
It's just full damage then. No rolls.
God bless.
He is wearing tactical armor to a degree, so it does cushion some of the blow.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I don't mind.
I know you don't mind. I'm apologizing to the other players here, actually.
I think you should apologize to Renko.
Yeah.
You
Do
then
that when
turn
I'm less out of it.
and you deliver a sharp forearm to the eardrum. The idea to put him off balance. How much damage is that total? It'll be the
Sure, I don't think I have it written for my unarmed.
It'll be the maximum amount that's possible for your unarmed.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I have it written what's even possible for my unarmed.
Unarmed attack is 1d4 minus 1, so
okay. So
you weren't
3.
using any weapon, so yeah, it will be 3 damage.
it's a 3.
As you
Okay.
just strike him on the side of the face, and there's a moment where he turns towards you, just a split second, and his eyebrows furrow, and he's
my dear.
and the blood just pulls from his ear. You've likely burst his eardrum.
Ooh.
Let me see. Okay. is in there. And Kane, it's your turn.
You said it went into the lab to our right.
Yeah.
Okay. The window's smashed in. Well, I hope something in there is flammable, and this time I'm going to toss a fragmentation grenade towards it.
Okay. You've not used any movement, so you could throw and then certainly duck behind. I know it's
Yeah.
only wood, but it's going to be better than standing up and catching shrapnel to the face. You think you're looking at that wood panel and like it probably wouldn't withstand the blast if you threw the grenade directly next to it, but if any shrapnel goes anywhere, it's likely to just dig into that wood to a certain degree. So you're probably
Right.
safe taking cover behind it at the distance that you're at.
Yeah, because I'm assuming like it just entered the room, and so I'm trying to chuck it towards it.
Yeah, it hit the ground and turned to you and let that howl out, and then you turn to watch Eliza just smash Renko in the face. Before putting this grenade, make the athletics check for me there, please.
That's a nice 13.
Okay.
Nice.
Made it this time.
What's
This time.
the lethality roll on grenades?
That's a
fuck
great
knows?
question. That is a great question. Let me look at that real quick. I don't think I've ever used this before. What would it be labeled as? It would be a
It'll be on the lethality rating, which grenade
right, but on
grenades should have.
on
It would be next to your gear if it's marked.
Yeah,
You
you
might
should have
have
it
to check
marked
the
in
manual.
your gear. Hand grenade.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hand grenades have a lethality rating of 15%.
15, yes.
So you rolled, what was that?
13.
13.
Hey.
So
Interesting.
So how that works is, usually, that would be, don't bother rolling damage. Everything in the radius of that thing is dead. That's for most types of enemy.
No!
However, this is still the best possible outcome. Instead of rolling dice, I believe it's you add. Let me just see what it says here.
Having extraterrestrial problems? Simple. A fucking fragmentation grenade. Designed to kill 30 men.
Unknown
May kill
horrors against your...
half of one thing.
It's so cold here right now.
This is why I'm the
A-
best.
Can't relate.
pest
A
control.
successful lethality roll does not destroy this creature, but inflicts HP damage equal to the lethality rating of that weapon.
Okay.
In addition,
No, he just dealt 15 damage to this thing.
Oh, that's big, nice and juicy.
That's a win.
For the second there's the blast, and you shelter down behind the thing, and the rest of the glass in this room is now done for. And you kind of peek over the top, and it's hunched over the the stainless steel desk, or what's left of the stainless steel desk that it was next to. One of its claws is shattered now. Blood is pouring from a sundry of wounds across its body and the various orifices as well. You're no expert on this thing's physiology, but your professional opinion is this thing's pretty close to death.
I'm gonna just kind of look at it and be like, ha! Get fucked!
Okay. Renko now looks towards you, still holding his ear, Eliza. And he reaches for it's on his sleeve. and rips some Velcro open and removes a combat knife.
Oh.
Before attempting to grab a hold of you. Can you make a... this will be a straight... see here. Just a straight strength times 5, please.
Okay. So my strength is a 40. Strength times 5 is 40.
Okay. Makes your strength times 5 is 40, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Okay. Oh, he rolls a 96.
Ooh, yikes, Rank.
The blade comes out, and as he pulls it out, he hits a. There's like a. You see like a small black button on the hilt that he thumbs. And from this range, you can hear there's like a hum along the blade. And he attempts to swing at you. You move for the first time, but there's something wrong. Can you make a gonna say an intelligence times 5 check for me, please?
Okay, we're good. 60 under 65.
Yeah, there's something. You blink for a second, and you're still in just full engagement, like fight mode. But there's something wrong with what you're looking at. Definitely, whatever he just pulled, that you're not sure. I'm going to move now to the creature, as it just begins to lunge forward, large strides, before it jumps and through the air heads to strike at you there, Kane, as it comes through the window. Can you make a dodge roll for me, please?
Yeah. That's a 36. It just meets my dodge.
36, and what's your dodge?
36.
Okay. He's beaten his by more than you beat yours. So as he comes through at least the space where the window used to be and pounces on you, and it's now on top of you. You don't take any damage, but you are now grappled.
Okay. Oh, this is fun.
And
We're having fun.
Kane, I'm gonna let you go first this turn, considering you're in the most imminent danger. We'll resolve that.
Yeah, I guess like I'm going to do the thing that I can think of best, which is grab the knife and just start stabbing it in its side.
You have a knife.
I do have a knife. I have combat knife.
Yeah, and you're, as you are in full tack gear, I'm going to go ahead and say that's going to be in a place where you can easily grab it, as opposed to normal. Yeah. You'd be going for somewhere down here, but tack gear is precisely, you've put it somewhere on your body. Yeah, it's designed for this situation, right? So I'm not going to say that you can't get to it. That's fine. make a melee attack with a. You're gonna have a 20% penalty on this because it's pinning you down, and this thing's strength is inhuman to say the least.
Oh, well, I got 15 strength, so yeah, there's probably no way that's gonna. You said it was melee combat. Where's my melee? Oh, okay. Okay, it's a 44, so it is below. Yeah, okay, so I do succeed.
Okay, by how much?
6 by 6.
Okay, it's not
wait,
gonna.
40.
Yeah,
The
no, that's
44 is a crit, right?
yeah, it is. You're right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
That's fine. So yeah, and I mean, it's not. It's trying to pin you down, so it's not gonna dodge. It's not gonna roll a dodge. It's bewildered and it has you down. It doesn't want to move. At least it doesn't see this coming. So yeah, that's max. What's the max damage on the blade?
6.
Okay,
It's not much. It's a knife.
that's fine.
I can imagine just like the clusterfuck that like Desmond is just rocking back and forth on the ground. Eliza and fucking Ranko are in a fist fight match right now, and I got this fucking Wendigo dog on me. I'm just like shit, fuck, shit.
I'm gonna give this
Go to
to
sleep, go to
you.
sleep, go to sleep.
Considering the situation and the fact that you just rolled a crit, it's close enough now that you see the things hide, and you understand why the gunfire, even from that AK-12, the thing's hide was thick. But this thing is close enough, and you wait as it comes real close, and then you whip the combat knife out and stab it right through the eye, bypassing all of that armor. And there is a moment where it shrieks and gurgles and then slumps dead on top of you.
Okay, I think at this point, Kane is freaking the fuck out, in all honesty. And so I think for him, he's like, oh my god, it's going in for my neck. So he keeps stabbing it. So he's like,
Okay.
oh no!
You're still stabbing at it. Eliza, you are still in a
Okay.
rage. It
Yes,
is your turn.
I'm the barbarian now. Well, do I have to keep attacking Renko, or can I attack anyone? Do I have choice?
I would say you got a choice now because everyone's basically within about 5 to 10
within
feet of each other.
vision.
Yep.
It's Desmond.
Well, because, like,
Bro,
Eliza's not
gonna-
really comprehending that the Wendigo is dead yet, right? So, I mean, beating a dead horse, am I right? She can maybe she
The
can go.
fight reaction to temporary insanity is you stop fighting until everything in the area is down or you are subdued.
Ooh, okay, well, I mean, like maybe I'll go kick Desmond while he's Sorry.
You roll unarmed combat and Desmond, you can't react. There's nothing.
I was about to say, I'm about to receive wound. Just what's gonna happen? The first time I've ever really been hit by anything, and it's gonna be fucking Eliza.
It will. All right. Don't worry, it's not as bad as what I did last time. All right, it's not as bad.
Yeah,
Not as
except
bad.
except I'm an unaware target.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick.
You could just walk up and snap my neck, and there's nothing I could fucking do about it.
Well,
So if she was relatively in a relatively competent and stable mindset at the moment, she could, but all she wants to do is lash out. So luckily for you, she doesn't really have the fine sort of motor skills to be doing that at the moment. It's
To be
it's
snapping
bestial.
neck,
It's just
inflict
hit.
violence, please. Yeah, don't worry. So I didn't crit this time. In fact, I didn't even do that well. I got like 87 under 93.
What the
Yeah,
fuck? Under what?
under 93. My unarmed combat
Jesus.
is really high.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously a hit. Just roll the damage.
Damage, emotional damage.
Yeah, so it's 1d4 1d4 minus 1.
2.
Okay, so just 1 damage. You like.
No, I rolled a 3.
Oh,
so
it's
it's
2.
2.
Okay, gotcha. So you turn, and you like lock eyes with Desmond, who is far away right now. He is not with any of you, and you kind of lurch towards him, but you don't see Desmond. You just see Renko, who's trying to kill you, and didn't he just pull a knife on you? And your fist snaps forward and breaks Desmond's nose. Desmond, you take
Why
2
with the noses?
points of damage.
Eliza really likes breaking people's noses.
Yeah.
It's just what she does, you know? It's just what she does. Didn't she also break Renko's nose one time? No, wait, she broke Kane's nose one time.
Broke my nose.
She broke Kane's nose one time, too.
Eliza's only use of her unarmed combat so far has been to attack her teammates, and it's
No, she attacked the robot one time. The clock lion.
the
Attack that. She
ratio.
also-
Ratio.
she
Ratio
also
plus
attacked-
L.
Wait,
Ratio.
she also attacked
plus broken
the-
will.
Plus
the
broken nose.
paper lion thing, or paper
Plus
tiger.
broken
With
relationship
unarmed
with her
combat, she
husband.
ripped its arm off, but it didn't work. So she's only been effective against her teammates, but she has attacked other things.
L plus husbandless plus ratio plus insane.
But you indeed take those 2 points, and Renko now stands up and comes up behind you, Eliza, and you hear like a clicking, like a crackling and a clicking noise, and you can you're going to, as a matter of fact, just out of reflex, you're going to attempt to dodge this, but it's
Okay.
going to be done at a -20 because he's behind you and you are not in your best frame of mind at the moment. So can you make that roll for me?
Oh yeah, no way, Mark, no way I'm dodging this.
Okay.
Not a chance.
He succeeds, and you hear a clicking, and something hits the small of your back, and for a moment you're on fire. Your muscles light up from the inside, and your eyes go wide. Can you now make a Constitution ×5 check for me, please?
You got tranked.
I'm good.
Okay.
Constitution is my highest stat. Ha ha ha.
Of course.
You
Naturally.
make another sanity check for me, please.
Oh boy. Sanity, not my highest stat. Gonna tell you that right now. It's not so bad. 28. We're good.
For a second, you're back in the room again, just briefly. It wasn't a knife, it was a taser. And you bring yourself to a calm, although you're still hyperventilating, you're still breathing heavily. One slight trigger or spark might set you off again. You need a moment. The thing is dead. Kane, Can you make a strength times 5 check to push this big thing off you, please?
Yeah, I got you. Well, we get that wonderful 80. I cannot lift this thing off of me.
You're like Kurt Russell at the end of Big Trouble in Little China, and the thing is just... It falls on him, and he's got like a knife in his boot, and he puts his feet up as it falls on him to like stop it from falling on him, and the knife like accidentally comes out of the thingy in his boot and stabs it and kills it. But he's now stuck with the thing on it, and he spends the entire of the climactic fight at the end of that wonderful movie just trying to get a big dude off of him. It's fantastic. All go see that film if you haven't yet. It's one of the best films ever made. The thing is heavier than... You remember back to basic when they made you and your squad mates, work as a team, carry the 400-pound log.
Log carry, yeah.
This feels like doing that alone.
It probably
You're not getting
is,
this thing
honestly.
off. Yeah.
It probably is.
Yeah. I'm going to move along now to Eliza. If you'd like to make another sanity check for me, please.
I would love to. Unenthusiastically. Huh. Okay, Eliza's doing uncharacteristically well on these sanity checks. She's fine once again.
You remember some of your... And it seemed so dumb at the time. Wellness training when you became an FBI agent. Like, I'm here to bust criminals. Why do I need to learn about this?
I'm here to break necks, not be a therapist. What is this?
But you remember the breathing exercises, and they work. And you begin to bring yourself to a calm. You'll be making one more of those with a +20 on your next turn to bring you out of your state. Renko's going to head over to where he sort of walks straight past you now, Eliza, as you're in the same sort of a somewhat similar state to Desmond, and he brushes past you, giving you a little bit of the shoulder. You're good now, though, it's fine. And he's going to attempt to pull the Wendigo off of you. So if you want to, I'm going to say you helping him, Kane, gives him a 20, a +20% to a strength roll to pull the thing off.
Okay.
Let's see, easies. With that bonus, that's a 61, and his strength is 70%, so he does indeed help you heave the thing off. More kind of roll it over onto its side and off of you as it is now staring up at the ceiling, like its one eye just glazed and wide open, staring at the ceiling. And he offers you a hand to pull you up. Desmond, what else are you seeing right now?
Desmond is staring into the face of something more intelligent and stronger and faster than he is. And around him is the sound of cicadas and crickets and heavy breath. And he's just stuck in that moment, drawing out for what seems like an infinite amount of time in the suspense between life and death.
And you, stuck in this memory now, the thing you saw, it bore similarities to the thing that came through the door, but it wasn't as malevolent. And maybe that's why your mind retreated to this memory. Something safe amongst all the madness. Corporal Kane, you're now back on your feet.
Oh, God. There's so much blood. Oh my God, I thought the Bigfoot man would have been able to take care of this lickety split. What the hell?
It was pretty badass, man. You just fucking... Oh!
Yeah, where is...
What the hell's wrong with her, anyway?
I don't know, man. She broke my nose last time she did this. I don't... dude. Just... Oh my... Hey, Desmond, buddy, pal. I need you to put a little pep in your step and wake out of it. I'm not slapping you this time. I learned my lesson the first time. But I will absolutely tase you.
You, Desmond, you hear some of those words begin to filter through, and the creature from your memory has had its been in sort of had its back to you and been in profile. It finally turns to sort of face you. It's white fur, tinged with the occasional streak of brown. As you remember, it gave you something? You don't remember this. It reached out and it gave you something in like a cloth bushel, and you took it and you unwrapped it, and it was a newspaper clipping. Your son's picture on the front cover. Boston Globe. Dated some 15 years in the future at that point. Something about online activity. And one name that jumps out at you. Sunshine. And you are back in the room.
Desmond doesn't say anything at first. But the first sign that you get of him having any sort of response is as he slowly holds his hand up to his face and touches the blood gushing from his broken nose. What?
Kane kind of outstretches his hand towards Desmond, and he's just like, come on. There's still work to be done.
Okay.
And you will turn to see the dead Wendigo on the ground now. Can Everyone roll a d6 for me.
Oh.
I kind of go and grab my knife from its head.
Sure.
I got
Fair
a
enough.
2.
I got a 3.
Whatever you rolled, you get that back as sanity points for
Oh my
overcoming
gosh.
something unnatural.
W.
Desmond, Eliza, I need you guys step over. I need to talk to you guys for a sec, okay? Branko, you're okay to hear this, but you're fine. And I'm kind of going to take my bloodied arms and just wrap them around their shoulder like a football huddle and just be like...
Is Eliza still out of it? I'm confused. She's still like blue screen.
You, I'm gonna say you're good. Yeah,
Okay.
made enough
Cool.
checks.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do a little psychotherapy here for a sec, all right? Okay, guys? All right? Okay.
Hi-
Cool. Because I really need you to get your fucking shit together.
I'm so sorry.
Cool.
I'm
That's
so sorry.
you could save your sorry for later,
Why?
all right? Well, let me tell you
I-
something that I learned in the military and having to deal with some horrendous shit. You're going to be facing demons all your life, both physically now in the real world and mentally. Now, you have two options. You can keep running away from them in whichever way that is, whether you shut down, you run away, you try to fucking fight everything in your path thinking it's an enemy, or you can stand your ground and you can face them. Now, right now, I need you guys to fucking stand up for me, because I can't do this by myself. I need you. I need Desmond and Eliza here with me, not stuck in their head, thinking about the past or whatever is running through your fucking crazy noggins, all right? I need you here in the crazy real world where we've got Wendigogs breaking down doors and guys in trench coats storming a KGB fucking black ops house, all right? So please, for the love of fucking God, I need you guys.
I think on here, the cicadas are sort of fading away.
It's good. That's good.
Right. I'll stay here.
Hell of a pep talk, man. We need to keep going.
Oh, hold up, Branko. You got some... And I'm just gonna kind of, like, wipe the blood off his ear, like...
No.
You got a little... But instead, like, I'm still, like, covered in blood, so I just smear more blood on his face instead. Just like, here you go.
Okay. All right.
Sharing is caring.
Look,
And he turns to Eliza.
don't. I've seen people react worse, okay? I was on task once. It was Afghanistan in the 80s. You know, when we fucking moved the place. And I saw... Well, we saw something I'd rather not describe in detail, but I can tell you that the guy to my right pulled his own fucking eyeballs out, so it's okay. I understand. None of this is, yeah.
Right. I won't lose my head again.
You have full permission to tase me if I do. All right.
Okay.
We need to keep going.
With that, you wish to continue on?
Desmond, real quick, starting to piece together the fact that he may have completely missed out what was a life-threatening scenario. He sort of sets the MP5 in his bag and instead pulls out his tranquilizer rifle. Just in case he goes absolutely buck wild, he's not going to put a Desert Eagle shot through somebody he cares about.
Okay. You press further in. Can you all make a search check for me, please?
Absolutely.
Oh boy, would I.
I
Bru-
love search checks.
This can't be real.
I ain't found shit.
I rolled a 96.
I rolled a 44. Let's go.
Okay.
Investigator moment.
Kane, what did you roll? This is
Oh,
gonna
I
be
got an
important.
84.
Okay.
Eliza still kind of feels bad about punching her friends, so she's sort of extra attentively looking around, kind of to distract herself from the fact that she could have killed her friends with her bare hands.
You move through into a locker room. That locker room, and some of the lockers are open. There are lab coats inside some. You see like urban camo military overalls in others, and the sound of footsteps in the row of lockers just beyond. You've got a moment to react. That's all of you have got a moment to react to the footsteps.
Desmond's first instinct is to just tuck himself in whatever nook, cranny, or hole possible.
How many footsteps did he hear? Do we hear?
Make an alertness check for me.
Okay, that's going to be a nice solid 32. So success on my part.
2.
2, and they're coming down the hallway.
They're in several rows of lockers down from you.
Okay.
So you can't see, but they're definitely in the same room.
Is there any cover that we could have?
The lockers between you and them.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, there's it's literally a square room, and the rows of lockers. You can see the first row of lockers literally in front of you. And there are lockers lining the walls all the way around, and then looking at sort of you can see over the top, and the room's relatively not quite as large as the last one, but not small by any stretch of the imagination. There are likely several rows going back.
I'm gonna whisper over.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Go first.
Okay. I said I'd love to just set up, get ready to shoot someone if they walk by.
So you can run to the far end of the row that's in front of you, and you'll be able to see down the side to the back of the room, sort of down the sides of the room.
You know what? Sure, yeah, I'll take a peek. I'll have a look.
Left or right?
Left.
Okay.
I'm gonna whisper over to like Renko, like, what's the Russian word for friendly?
Nothing in here is friendly, man.
There might be survivors. We don't know.
I do.
Okay. I guess I'll post up on the right side.
Damn.
Okay. Desmond?
I'm just gonna stay in the back with my rifle out.
Okay. Renko then takes a knee sort of next to you and covers you, sort of looking towards both sides of the room. Kane, make a stealth check for me, please.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I absolutely will. I'd love to do that. And it's a... Oh! Surprisingly, it's a 7!
Oh.
Okay. You put your back to the lockers and you just turn and look over your shoulder to peek around. The smallest part of your head coming out from the end. As you see at the far end and turning into the row at the far end of the room, one of the gas mask gentlemen.
Do I
Three
have
sets of footsteps. You've seen one.
Okay. Awesome. I'm immediately gonna just like turn the corner and just let out a burst fire with like my rifle.
Okay, I'll give you firearms with a 20% bonus to that as you've got the drop on him.
Okay. Awesome. That's a 54 then. So success.
All right, yeah. Roll the damage.
That's going to be 28 damage.
How much?
28. It's a 3 burst fire, so it's 3 shots.
No, so what the 3 burst does, it still does the same damage, but what the 3 burst does is it allows that lethality rating to come through. So if you only fire a single shot, you're only using 1 round, but you don't get the lethality, the possibility of an instant kill.
Okay.
Whereas
okay,
a burst
okay.
does.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, in that case, then let me redo that roll then. Boop. A 10.
Damn.
Yeah, that's still a good shot. Hang on a second. Sorry.
Oh, I see it now in the rolls. Okay. Yeah, there it is. I misread that. Whoops. Whoop.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, like to give you an idea, the
28 damage.
Wendigo
Kane
had
is gonna go kill
the
God.
Wendigo only had 25 hit points. Like
Kane is
You
gonna
said,
go
excuse
kill God.
me?
When
300
3
blackouts.
rounds of 300 blackout equals 10 damage, that really puts into perspective what 25 health means.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's a tank.
And the Wendigo
That's
was halving all of your damage because of its hide as well.
Ooh.
Let me
That's
see
rude.
here. What's your? Because it's the only one's Desmond. Can I get your dexterity, please? 14, isn't it?
14.
Yeah, nice. Okay. I'm gonna call that state number 1.
Turn Kane into Guts from Berserk Dog. About to go
Do
head
it.
first into hell. I'm about to just rip and tear until it's done. Cue up the boss music. I am the boss music.
Animal Crossing X
Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal music. I love that. That's so fun.
What's your Eliza and Kane, what's your strength?
My strength is 15 times 5, 75.
Okay.
My strength is 8.
So I'm gonna put them after Kane, but before you. They also have a dex of 11. So.
Uh-oh. Not great.
But your burst fire like rattles out and shreds this guy, who collapses, not dead, but you can see his eyes go wide in the gas mask. And that's surprise attack. So we'll go to top of the round, and that's Desmond.
Desmond hears a burst fire, sees falling in slow motion a soldier, and immediately goes, well, this isn't something the size of a bear, and just immediately trots his Desert Eagle, and blasts it down range.
Oh, humans, I can handle that.
Okay, so you can only see one of the 3 lots of footsteps at the moment. So is that the guy you're shooting at? The one that
The guy who's almost dead? Yeah.
Okay. As you
Show
run,
no mercy.
Yeah, as you run forward and you draw the weapon to fire, one of the lockers to your left kind of pops open, and you see the corpse of what appears to be, maybe it's a soldier of some kind. The uniform looks old. Not old, but like maybe the 50s or the 60s. And this man is burnt beyond all recognition. And what was your check on your firearms? Did you passed?
No, I haven't made it yet because
Oh.
you started talking about shit coming out
Apologies.
of a locker.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Woo! Okay, that's a 14. That's a success.
That's fine.
That's
don't
deagle
worry.
damage.
Yeah,
baby.
don't worry about rolling because the chap
I'm-
on the floor only had 1 hit point left. So you put one through the middle of his forehead. The guy is just brain matter all over the thing behind
hold on.
him. You're not adapted to violence, are you?
Nope.
Can you make a sanity check for me then, please?
I've killed a whole lot of things for a man who's not adapted to violence.
50 BMT,
It's almost like
that
it
man
never
doesn't
gets
have a head.
easier.
That man does not
That's
have
a
head.
pass with a 51. Desmond's been doing all right on sanity. He takes big hits and then goes walking in the woods and does a shit ton of mushrooms and is fine.
Desmond's therapy, you know? Just woods and
No
mushrooms.
drug-induced hallucination could be worse than any of the real things he's actually seen.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, so, wow. Excellent.
Guys, I'm hella
put him
full.
down, I
I'm gonna go
guess.
quit
You're
out.
good. And he goes down.
There's a man next to me.
But you look into that. You fire the shot, and there, as that locker pops open, your attacker goes. You finish him off. The burnt hand of the corpse. Other than the movement, everything. All of your senses are screaming at you that this thing's a corpse, and it reaches out, not really trying to touch you. It's more just to get your attention. Can you make a sanity check for me, please?
Oh, it's got to no!
And
It's
Kane,
2
you're-
points over, but it's
Right.
a 66.
Kane, you are right there. So can you? And you see this also. So can you make the same check, please? Sanity check.
Desmond today is just take L, take L, take L. Fire Desert Eagle, take L, take L.
Just a single
Kill
sanity point.
Kane's kill.
loss, and for Kane, no loss at all. Kane, you can roll either military science or I'm going to say military science.
Yeah,
It's the closest you get.
Cool. That's a success on my part with a nice solid 40.
That uniform is from the 50s US military. Korea, maybe? As the door on that locker slams shut. But the catch is open, right? So as the door on the locker slams shut, and then as it swings, bounces off of the frame and swings slowly back open again, there's nothing inside now. And you hear the other footsteps scramble towards you. They're in one of these rows. Kane, it is your turn. If you want to try and guess the row correctly, you can make a I'm going to say we'll say alertness. Make an alertness check for me to see if you pick the correct lane.
That's a 26.
You do. You hear a shuffle of feet. You move past the first row immediately to your right and pop out on the second one and catch another of these gas masked, shotgun wielding gentlemen as he's preparing to turn out onto that lane down the left hand side of the room there. You can make a firearms check and
Oh,
you want to
dog,
attack.
I'm lighting
It's
him
fine.
up.
You catch him as he's about to come in, so you get there first.
Okay. Yeah.
Your chest cavity population,
Wonderful.
300 blackouts.
50. Another, I got a 50, and I am going to do that burst fire again. Or I guess I just do the one.
Nay.
I'll just do the one shot. Just bang.
Okay.
Another 10.
Jeez, man.
All right. Yeah. You catch this guy kind of flush, and his eyes go wide as he stumbles back from the. And as the coat flies open, you see they are. They do have like a. You see like a jackknife on the inside of the coat as well. I'll give you that one. And as you're so close, it's his turn now, and he grabs for the jackknife and takes a swipe at you. Can you roll dodge for me, please?
What was it? D100. What was my dodge? Yeah, I got a 20.
He failed by 2%. So he's taken a heavy hit. So he swings at you, but it's wild, and the knife stabs a hole through the cheap metal that these are made out of, and he pulls the knife free, and continues to kind of stalk towards you. At that point, Eliza, down your lane, another one pops out with its shotgun to bear, and it's going to take a shot at you. Make a dodge for me, please.
I'm A-okay. Well, I 42 under 50. I don't know if that's A-okay, but...
You pass, he failed, he's by 8. So you get back behind the lockers just in time to see the locker now just off to the left of your vision, because you kind of roll back into cover with your back to the thing. And the locker that's against the wall just to the left of your vision, as the slug that's been fired from this shotgun just punches a hole through that singular locker. It's a loud and reverberating kind of boom sound. Eliza, it's now your turn.
Retaliation.
Mhm.
Retaliation mark.
All right, you want to go ahead and fire back?
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to use my semi-automatic weapon here. I think that would be really fun.
All right, go ahead.
So. Oh, I'm gonna mess this man up. Sorry. I rolled a 25 under 80.
Yeah, you hit big time. Roll that damage.
Ooh. All 10.
All right, you riddle him. Can you make?
I gotta do the thing now. I gotta do the sanity check because I'm not adapted
He's not dead.
to violence.
He's not.
But I did more than 5 points of damage. Isn't that a thing?
No,
Wasn't it more than 5? Or was it just because I blew that woman's head off and the?
you blew that woman's head off.
Okay.
Yeah,
got
you
it,
got a
got
crit.
it.
And, yeah,
You
yeah.
did blow that woman's head off, yeah.
All right, cool. Never mind.
Or you will.
I will. Yeah, in the future.
Yeah, you will.
It hasn't happened yet.
You,
What's this? A premonition?
Yeah, you hit him. Make either, I want to say, human or psychology check for me, please.
No,
Eliza.
I'd love to do a human. I'd
Okay.
love to do that for you.
You reckon he's feeling pain?
I reckon, indeed, 32 under. It's my human. My human. We're using all of my high stats today. My human is also an 80.
And you rolled a 30 something.
32.
You came out from cover. You drew a bead, sent a mass like you're training, you opened fire. Your target made no attempt to move out of the way. Can you make a sanity check for me, please?
No. My weakness. My Achilles heel. No. Not good. Not good.
Just one
No.
sanity loss from the realization that something's not right. But he's not down. Renko's up next and he moves to back you up. Putting that AK-12 down range. And shredding him to pieces. He only had 1 hit point left, so pretty cataclysmic, I should say.
Thanks, Renko.
Oh, apologies. Hang on, my bad. No, he didn't. I was looking at the wrong one. I do need to roll damage. 1 second. Yeah, he's really dead anyway. It doesn't matter.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Renko.
Desmond, it's your turn as you're in melee range with this man who now is swinging this jackknife wildly at you.
Well, that's interesting because melee is Desmond's preferred range. As he just quickly and calmly reaches up behind his back, and with one swing, a forester's axe, full length, comes swinging out towards this man's shoulder blade.
Yeah. So you see
Melee weapons.
He's come out and he's swung that jackknife at Kane, and he's just now been kind of wildly at the pair of you, and you come through with the hatchet. Can you make that? Have you made the roll already? You make that roll for me. The melee weapon. attack.
That's a 56 under 80. This is my big axe
Nice.
because I finally have all my gear.
All right, yeah.
So
make the
I
roll
think
of
it's a
damage.
D8 instead of a D6 because regular.
I
melee
mean,
weapons,
I'll tell you what.
small
Don't.
ones are D6,
It's
right?
he had 1 hit point left, so you kill him.
Awesome.
Yeah,
we
you,
love those.
You go for like you just bang, and you feel the head of the axe connect with spinal cord and crack it, and he
Interesting.
spasms and goes down. And as you rip the axe free, you're now out of combat. That's 3 man down.
Good job,
Collects his
team.
weapons.
Good job, team. Couldn't have asked better.
Why? Why weren't they moving out of the way?
Probably because they didn't give a shit if they died. That's normally that's the only reason.
Yeah, Eliza. Don't ask too many questions on the internal thought process of crazed men. You save a lot more sleep that way.
I mean, if you want, I did sort of expose the nervous system. If you wanted to look at that. Ugh.
No, I'm more than all right. It just. Ugh.
I'm gonna start
Sorry.
pilfering through their pockets. I want to see what they have on them.
Well, one of them's got fucking slugs.
Yeah, that guy shot slugs at me. You might want to go rifle through his stuff.
Do I want a shotgun? I do want a shotgun. I could use a shotgun.
It's gonna
I
be. It's more designed for this.
My rifle is on a sling point, so I can, in fact, hold the shotgun as a main, and then when I'm done with it, just chuck it at the person.
You check the shotgun. It's pretty. One of those timeless. One of the pump action Remingtons. One of those timeless models.
Trench gun.
Desmond, you said you wanted to rifle through the nearest one's pockets. Can you make a search?
I didn't say that.
That
Someone
was
else
all
did.
Kane.
That was
That
Kane?
was
Okay.
all.
Apologies
Kane is
then,
looting
Kane.
the bodies here.
Yeah, go ahead. If you want a rifle through this man's trench, the guy's trench pockets.
Rifle
that's
through
fine.
his trenches.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I will say as you check the shotgun, it is. It's not loaded. There's nothing in there.
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. He has shells on him, right?
No.
No. Well, Nars. This is
Magic gun. Magic knight for his
My
gun.
dude's an artificer with repeating weapons.
Yeah, literally.
Well, I'm not going to turn down a Remington 870, so I'm going to take it regardless.
That's fine. You also going through his pockets. There's a wallet in there.
No shot.
Here you go, Nina, for reference.
Thank you. You guys are the best.
Just think, shotgun.
Yeah, it's
sort of the shotgun.
It is
Ah,
the shotgun.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Don't tell Mossberg fanboys that.
Who are they?
I look inside the
They'll
wallet. Mainly for the ID, but like if I find some like spare cash on there, I will also take that.
No cash. ID is for an Eric K. Carter. Born. $1911.
That sounds about right.
Well, Mr. Eric, you've had a shit run of luck. And like I just kind of chuck the wallet onto his like corpse. I guess the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off that gas mask. That shit's expensive.
Okay.
Ooh,
And considering
maybe we
that we're
can
in a
dress
I
up
lab,
love the
like
way
that?
the handler smiles when you do that. That's good for you.
considering that we're in a lab full of biochemical weapons, possibly, I'm definitely going to be wanting this.
Can you pull the vintage gas mask back? And the face you see underneath is long dead, rotten away. And is not the face of a man named Eric K. Carter, but underneath the desiccated flesh there is no mistaking the face of your late partner. You make a sanity check for me, please.
Yeah, that's a failure. Thanks for that. That's
Fair enough.
But oh my god. Okay.
Well, Desmond's finally sharing the L's.
By
Four.
one
I think
point
this
too.
whole campaign
1
is
point.
just a series of owls.
4 points of sanity there lost, please.
Wow.
I'm still going to continue taking the gas mask because it might come in handy later, but I'm going to absolutely curb stomp the absolute shit out of this person's head now.
I mean, I'm gonna make you roll a sanity check if you want to cave in a desiccated skull.
Yeah, I am.
I'll just label that one for you now.
What? But, I mean, I am adapted to violence, but yeah.
But like violence against your partner? Maybe not.
Well,
This is not
let's see. What would Kane do in this situation?
This is not
Not
a sanity
average
check
violence.
against violence. You know damn well this is unnatural.
Yeah, you know what? Kane's angry now. Kane's angry that he just had to
Kane.
witness that. So yeah, he's absolutely just demolishing this thing's cranium.
Okay, make a sanity check.
That one's a success.
1 sanity loss, please. As the skull caves like a rotten watermelon underneath your combat boot.
Oh, Kane's pissed now. Kane is livid.
And I think that is the perfect point at which we're going to take a break. We fade back in on a locker room. The vestiges of a recent firefight. Gun smoke finally clearing. 3 trench-coated corpses lie on the ground. One of them slightly too familiar for Corporal Kane's liking. But now you have a choice. Continue to press on and search for your objective.
Kane is still smashing your head. Fucking piece of shit! Fucking cut! Huh, alright. Cool. I'm good. I'm good. That was fun. Hey Desmond, you shot and killed a guy.
Desmond just gives you a thumbs up.
Oh yeah, I can imagine Kane just looks absolutely insane right now. He's got like skull on it, like bone fragments on his boots. He's covered in Wendigo blood. He's carrying a pump action shotgun and a fucking AR in the other hand. He looks like he's a liberal's worst nightmare. He is what liberals fear. uh Sorry. That was very unpleasant for me.
Well, we can all agree with that.
You look like you knew. I swear to God there was a guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a guy. It was a guy. Just some guy.
Okay, man. Well, we best keep moving. God knows what else is in here. Those kids are still here somewhere.
Yeah. Let's hightail it and get the fuck out of here.
You can press on through the doors on the other side of the room. Everyone make another search roll for me, please.
Failure for Kane.
Failure for Desmond.
Failure for Eliza. Clean sweep.
Ooh, we ain't find shit.
Cheers to that.
Wow.
Renko was the only one that succeeded that time. So you move through the double doors and you hear, you come out into like a stone, this corridor is like white brick that's been painted over with just cheap white paint, enamel paint. And it leads to a right angle sort of turn in the corridor, and you clear around the corner as a group. There are a set of double doors, another set of double doors at the end of this long corridor, but to the left, about 40 to 50 feet from you, another set of doors to the right, and you see a long window with what looks like bulletproof glass, determined by the fact that all the glass panes are present and there are bullet holes or bullet marks along its length. And the double doors, you can see from the other side, because you can look through the window and you can see what's on the other side of the double doors that go into this room are barricaded. There's a plethora of office furniture piled in front of it, and through the window you can see two men, both wearing the same urban camo that you saw some of the dead men earlier wearing. And you get closer. Renko looks at the sign. Does anyone else read or speak Russian?
Eliza, I feel like that's a you thing.
No, she
No?
doesn't.
That's fine.
You didn't just pick that up.
Well, I mean,
Renko-
like FBI.
Renko gestures towards the Cyrillic sign above the door.
Security room. How much you want to bet those two guys are the only two left?
He walks up to the window and like knocks on it. And you see the two guys are like sat on the ground, kind of slumped over with their backs to the wall. And there's like a cabinet with like a couple of shotguns inside, and the rest of like on a rack, and the rest of the racking is empty. There are mostly empty ammo boxes on the ground along the counter, dented and mostly destroyed body armor plates, and the two men they're sat with their backs against the wall and their eyes are wide with panic. One of them is bleeding from just above the temple down his right eye. The other one has a heavily bandaged arm.
Hey!
Knocks on the door, the window I should say again, Renko.
Hey, cowards, hello!
And
Renko, I'll bet you $5 that these aren't the only ones.
I'll take it.
$5 that she's wrong.
you can see off to the left there's a bunch of monitors. So yeah, this looks like the security room. I would say Kane can roll military science.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Everyone else can roll intelligence times 5.
I got a 21.
Okay.
Oh. Ooh.
Okay. And Eliza?
I'm good.
So, Kane and Eliza, you both come to the realization at the same time that if you can get in that room, those monitors are going to help you find what you're looking for a lot faster. Desmond, you have this realization. You also, from this side of the panel, you can see one of the monitors as it flicks to what looks like a room with a rather large safe in it. And you see a gentleman in what appears to be officer's uniform very hurriedly scooping quite a large of money out of that safe into a duffel bag.
The uniform is the Russians, not the creepy Russians.
It's a Russian officer's uniform.
So it matches the staff and not the attackers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, not the creepy gas mask guys, the
Yeah.
Russians on site.
Desmond just thinks they're both Russians, so
Okay.
it's hard to differentiate between the two of them.
And Desmond, because you rolled a crit, I'm going to give you this as well.
Oh.
The camera that you're looking at cycles off of the safe again to this corridor. And you spy yourselves all standing outside, except you can see Eliza clearly. You can see Kane clearly. You can see Renko clearly. You can't see yourself clearly at all. It's as if you've been sort of digitally blurred out of the camera feed.
They censored Desmond. I know. He's NSFW.
Yeah. So, okay. Interesting. I guess my first instinct would probably be to turn and look towards the camera that's filming us. and then back at the camera. Because it would be a second delayed.
Yep, it's live. So you see the blur move, but your features cannot be distinguished at all.
That's cool. I sort of hold out like my very distinct deagle. I just sort of hold it away and see if that's recognizable away from my body.
No. So your whole frame, everything that you're carrying, it's as if there's just a blur around your entire form.
All right.
All right. What, Desmond? You're just kind of looking at the camera. Do you see something? Like,
Well,
Kane
I mean,
kinda,
yeah, you see us, right?
I kind of scooch over to where like Desmond is and looking at the panel too. Do I see the same thing?
You
Kind of.
see exactly the same thing.
Huh.
Wait, as in I am blurred
Yep.
for him?
Yep.
I kind of like hug Desmond, pull him in close, real intimate, just see what happens.
I'm not real.
Yeah,
Please don't
like
fuck
you,
with me like
you
that,
can be your facial features and your form can be made out on the camera, but his can't.
While they're
Fucking weird.
The anti-facial
that.
recognition makeup is working.
That is bizarre.
while they're doing that,
I'm just kidding. I don't. It was a nice thought, though.
Can I like open this door up? I mean, we got to get in there anyway.
You try, but it is barricaded and it doesn't budge.
Barricaded. Okay, I was gonna. Is the glass, like the panel, is it reinforced or could I just shoot it out?
It's quite clearly bulletproof.
Okay, cool.
Or it would have been gone.
Or it would have been gone.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. Decisions.
I mean, but we can clearly see them through the glass, so it's not like...
Yeah.
If it's see-through in any way, it's not indestructible.
Renko, you wouldn't have any explosives with you, would you?
Don't you literally have a frag grenade?
Yes, but that's meant for fragmentation and not really the explosion part. Or should I?
This is a rescue mission, man. No, sorry.
Whoa, hold up.
Are we rescuing them?
We're not.
They look like they're in worse state than I was, like 10
We're
minutes ago.
rescuing the kids, but we were kill everybody else on site. You didn't think to bring explosives? I feel like that's not okay. Anyway, anywho, it was just a thought.
May I look around for a way in? Perhaps have a peek, see how barricaded this door really is.
I mean,
Have a look around.
several desks, like one in front
Okay.
and then another desk turned upside down and put on top of that, and then several filing cabinets in front of that.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean,
Question: is there a vent like nearby?
No.
Not a video game, unfortunately.
Well, I was just gonna like threaten them because like if I can pass a grenade through the vent and blow them up, I feel like they would prefer
reckon-
moving the desk than that.
I reckon the filter in a vent is probably thin enough for a grenade to fit through.
can I give a little knock on the window? Knock, knock.
And you see one of them kind of snap out of his...
I'm just gonna wave at him.
What? What do you want?
Well, we want to get in. We need to check the security cameras.
What?
Are you? Yeah,
Or I mean, we can ask them too.
we're
like,
maintenance. Can we get in here? Hello?
Maintenance?
Make a persuasion roll.
You're just fucking with these guys.
Kane is just heavily breathing on the glass, covered in blood. It just
Desmond has like a bloodied axe with bits of like skull on it on his shoulder, and a deagle in the other hand.
Let me check my persuasion really.
And Renko is
Oh yeah,
there.
my
Renko
persuasion is
never
good.
helps.
Okay, so that is 21 under 70. As Eliza's
God
just
damn.
kind of like standing there,
That
like
that was with
We're
a
maintenance?
20% penalty because you're surrounded by heavily
Okay.
armed men that are covered in blood. No, but that's
then
fine. That's
it's
still going to be
40
41. So
we're good.
he stops a minute. He's like,
You get us out of here?
Yeah, absolutely. We're like,
do you
Yeah.
not see the Russian guy?
yeah, this is what we're the rescue mission. Hello?
Oh,
Yeah.
We call this a joint operation.
Mm-hmm.
okay, okay, Laszlo, come on, man, wake up.
and
Yeah.
his
we
friend
gotta
like
move
gets
though,
up
like,
and
That's slow.
they both head
We're on
over
a
and they start
schedule here.
moving the stuff out of the way, and you hear some shuffling and some grunting, and then eventually the door opens up.
Yeah, we're on a schedule. Can we just like have a look here?
Yeah, is the coast clear?
I mean,
We
we've
killed-
been through
we
these
killed the
hallways.
big thing.
Yeah,
And we killed
we just did
3
that.
of the armed things. The projectile weapons. Yeah,
You know,
the
maybe
ones...
we should
You know,
You know,
what?
Yes,
Three of the
stick with
enemy
us. Stick with
combatants.
us. Stick with us. It'll be fine. It'll
The
be
attacking
easier.
men.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not
You killed
a good idea, 'cause-
you killed the Wendigo, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
just did that. Yeah.
That's the thing. The big thing. I didn't know how many big things you had, so...
Yeah, actually,
And,
if you could tell us what we're in for, that would be great.
Actually, yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Make another persuasion roll.
Okay. Does this have a penalty on it as well, or no?
Yep, because you've just asked what's there in the facility, like you don't already know.
I mean,
There's my
it was
dice.
pretty clear we didn't know. we oopsied that one a bit.
So that was 31 under 70, but with the penalty it would be 51 under 70.
Still okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps it's best if you are prepared. As far as I know, the Wendigo and the big water tank out back, near the back of the building. One of I see it from time to time on the camera. The fishy-looking guy. Yeah. I just perhaps suggest leaving him alone. And
Yeah.
the only thing we don't have eyes on over there is basement.
Okay. Well,
Um,
I don't know. Is the basement our concern? And she looks to her teammates.
we need to discover the location of the test subjects. We don't know if they've been moved or not. According to protocol, they should have been moved, but we
Oh,
don't have an exact location.
wait. The kids are here. Yeah.
And he goes over, opens a drawer, pulls out a floor plan for the building. This will eliminate your need to roll search. If you're looking for something specific, key marks the location of the kids on there.
Oh,
We also, the safe room, we needed to be able to recapture any lost resources and make sure we bring them back to the SV8 for reallocation. This site's been compromised, and
Is
your leader, who
Is Commander Petrov not doing that now?
he looks like he's shoving money into a duffel bag and is looking to run. That's not the man
Right.
who looks like he has things under control. That looks like a man who's trying to
We're
fucking jump
actually
ship.
we're going to get him next because we're supposed to be we're like the rescue team, you know?
I think it'd be for your best interest that you two leave.
You don't have to
Alright,
tell me
that's-
twice, man. Then
He goes to the locker and grabs one of the shotguns, throws.
You got any 12 gauge in there?
bottom drawer, man. One box.
And he gives one of the shotguns to his colleague and leaves quickly as he's heading for the door.
Just I know they keep the craziest shit in the basement, alright, man? Like, be careful.
Mm-hmm.
We don't intend to leave this site standing.
Alright, if it were me, I'd avoid the basement altogether. Your call. Good luck.
And he leaves.
I kind of
as
look
he's
towards
leaving-
Renko. Oh, sorry, Eliza.
Yeah, I was gonna give Renko a look like, are we gonna kill them? Like, shoot back of the head?
No, there's no point.
Okay.
It's a couple of trigger men. That's all they really are. There's no point.
I guess I wasn't really lying to them then.
Let's go
go.
get
Hey, what's
those.
that?
Desmond's gonna grab a shotgun. Just cause there's a rack of them.
No, there are only two left, and the two gentlemen just took
That's cringe.
both.
Do you want mine, Desmond?
No, it is much better used in your hands. I was just gonna use it in case I find myself within 5 feet of large thing.
Well, there's a man shoving money into that duffel bag. Should we go kill him?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You will make an alertness check as you leave the room, please.
Yeah. Success.
Yeah, I'm good.
Failure.
All right, Eliza, Desmond, as the three of you leave the room, out of the corner of your eye, you catch on the monitor again as it cuts back to the man you've now identified as Commander Petrov, finishing uploading the money into that steel safe. As he does, he turns to leave the room and stops just on the edge of the camera frame, frozen in place, and raises one hand, other one clinging tight to that duffel bag before something blasts him from off camera.
Oh, shit.
And he goes down dead. And for a second, the bag's sitting there, and you see a trench-coated figure step forward. He takes a knee, inspects the commander's body, before turning directly towards the camera lens. And the both of you make a sanity check there, please.
$15.
I'm good as well.
No sanity loss for either of you, but you get the distinct impression that somehow he sees you. That gas masked face.
I throw up a peace sign.
Renko, you owe me $5.
So now you've successfully gained a floor plan of the building. You no longer need to roll a search. I was having you roll search on a gradient, the roll getting easier every time you failed, and now we'll eliminate that method of searching the building. I will ask you to make a luck check every time you tell me you're heading for a particular location, to see if there's anything you encounter along the way first. So I'll just have one of you do that now, please.
Okay.
There you
56
go,
it
Desmond.
is.
Not a problem. And where is it that you're heading to first? Safe room or the kids?
Desmond thinks the kids.
I'd say
But I
face
guess
the
we're gonna go
problem
stop
head
this
on.
Russian guy from taking money. I don't give a shit.
He's dead.
Well,
Russian
I
guy's
mean,
dead.
no, I
Who
mean, like,
cares what
if
the
we
space
face
commies want with the money?
if we face gas mask first, that means we won't have to deal with him later when we're getting the kids, right? Because he's gonna be shooting at us. We don't want him to shoot at them, right? That'd be my thought process.
Yeah,
We take
I mean-
everyone out first, and then we go get the vulnerable people.
What if we just go with Kane being first, and you just get ready to throw a frag grenade? Because I don't think there's any more survivors. So
We
anything
still
that
need the
hits,
money.
do we?
We're still on the run in
We are
the real
fugitives.
world.
Okay, I guess let's go get money then, and leave the dozens of psychologically scarred children to fend for themselves.
Oh, I mean, I would like to get the children out first, honestly, because it's a risk that we won't have to take into account if we get them out first,
Right, but
and we can deal with the problem if we have
Then-
to.
the risk is that he comes after us while we're leading a group of children out of the building.
Yeah,
That
you've
is
never
the
done
risk.
you never done escorting before?
No.
If
I-
we
I-
find the kids, I will get them out. You guys can go after the money after that. I'll meet you outside.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I mean, as much as I logically agree with you with taking care of the problem, the children are still an unaccounted variable.
You're right,
mean-
we don't know what condition they're in at all. We should go get them first.
Thank you. All right. Now let's go do the reasonable thing. And he starts like walking backwards down the corridor towards where the kids are being held, like
Yeah.
exasperatedly looking at them.
I'm going to weaponize children.
Kane!
You step into the room. As you do, you're greeted with the room's almost like a padded cell. There are 12 young children sat along the wall, the far wall. The walls are covered with various sizes and incarnations of the yellow sign. Can you all make a sanity check for me, please?
Woof! That's not a room you should walk into. Okay.
That's for me.
That's
Ooh,
a success for me.
I'm good.
You will resist
Well,
its
signs
draw
not-
for now.
Getting us today.
Just okay. And Renko starts muttering some instructions in Russian to some of the kids. About 4 or 5 of them respond. The rest look deer in the headlights, confused. And he follows up in English.
I'm getting you out of here. Come on.
Here. And he leans down and he reaches into he's got like a pack on it. He takes the pack off and reaches in there. and he has like small. He just pulls out like a plethora of like chocolate bars and candy, and kind of like cans them out one by one, and some water as well. Passes bottles of water around, and the kids like feed and drink quite rapidly, as a matter of fact. And you see in this observation room off to the right, there is somewhat elevated on the wall, there is an observation window. Within this window, 3 gas mask wielding figures stand staring at you, shotguns in hand, as they level them, and the glass on the observation window is blown out. I'll give you all a moment to react.
Probably like pull the kids down.
I chuck a
Like-
frag grenade into the
Yeah.
Thank
into the
you.
room.
Okay.
I'll pull some of the kids down to the floor with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Renko.
Desmond just fucking ducks and rolls.
Yeah. Renko does kind of the same as you there, Eliza. And if you want to make an athletics roll for me there, please, Kane.
Absolutely. That's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, juicy 49 under 52.
You place it like a quarterback, just you place it perfectly, and there's a clank, and then just up, and 2 of the figures just kind of disappear in the kind of concussive cloud. One of them actually pitches forward through the window, and there's like there's beds lined underneath that window, and he crashes through the beds, breaking one of them. The corpse of the man you take a moment. This man has kind of half of a single leg left. Most of his bottom half has been blown off. But you, and you, Desmond, as well, you recognise this man's countenance for a moment. You're like, you shake your head a little bit, rub your eyes. You make an alertness check for me, please.
Just Desmond.
No, both of you.
I don't see nothing.
I do.
Desmond. This... And it's hard to tell because a frag grenade went off directly under this man's legs, but you're like 99% sure this is the same man that attacked you with a jackknife. Attacked both you and Kane with a jackknife, I should say. What do you do now as a group?
I'm gonna walk over to the dead court, or what? I actually don't think he's still dead. I think he's probably still alive. I place my boot firmly on his chest as I empty like 2 more rounds into his head.
Yeah, I mean, if he wasn't dead before, he certainly is now.
Just
Or
to
if
make
the-
sure.
I should say, if the grenade didn't kill him, then this certainly did.
Are the other two still running around, or are they dead as well?
You can't see up in that window. There's just smoke
Red
and
mist.
yeah.
Frag grenades are kind of just designed to turn people into abstract art.
Okay.
Americans.
Let's. First of all, let's make sure all of the kids are still okay. None of them got shot, right? I'll check them over really
Fragged.
quick.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Thankfully, the grenade was put perfectly through that window, and that room kind of caught all of the blast. Everyone inside, it didn't really affect anybody in this room. It's far enough away. So.
Okay. Okay, everybody, let's get going. Everybody stand up. Let's go.
The kids stand, and Renko begins to herd them out of the room. He turns to the rest of you.
I've organized extraction not too far from the boat. I'll get there and let off a flare. Helicopter should come pick us up. I can wait an hour for you. Please be there. I have to get these kids to safety. Okay?
Renko, are you sure you want to walk around alone?
I'll be fine. I'll retrace my steps on the way in
And he kind of looks over towards the blown to bits corpse.
I don't think those guys are after me.
Okay. We'll be there.
And he nods towards, kind of heads towards what's clearly the oldest kid in the bunch. And he says a few words to him in Russian and the rest of the kids. And then that kid turns around and kind of speaks to the rest of the kids, and they all follow Renko out of the room. And away. It is now just the three of you.
Oh, I don't have any more frag grenades. I'm sad.
It's okay, Kane. We'll pick you up some more.
Where? It is
I'm sure
incredibly
there are.
illegal for me to have these.
Right, and there's lots of people selling incredibly illegal things.
Yeah.
And lucky for you, I spent a lot of time hunting them down, so.
Oh, you know, I can get some improvised explosive devices. I can get some car bombs.
Let's go. Let's go get some money.
Well, I think the problem is you can throw as many frag grenades as you could possibly procure. But you see, and I kick the body really fucking hard. We already killed this man. He came at us with a jackknife, and I point on his chest where the jackknife is holstered in the same place.
Mm-hmm. It's mangled, but it's there.
We either have to... I doubt it's destroying the bodies. I have a feeling this is a cut off the head type situation, but not
Maybe if
literally,
we
you
unmask
know,
them?
metaphorically.
Maybe if we take the mask off, it'll stop them from
No,
coming
he
back.
curb stomped
I
that
recommend
thing's
not
head.
doing that.
And it's here again, and it just got blown up, and it will probably be here again. For all we fucking know, there's just 3 of these things, and they died 17 times trying to clear this place out.
You As you finish saying that, you hear a voice from the corner of the room behind you. Small.
Oh.
They keep coming back, you know.
Oh, God.
Sorry?
You
Eliza
turn,
will turn to the voice.
Yeah, you turn to see a boy, maybe 9, 10, and he's sat with his knees kind of up in front of his chest in the corner, the very corner of the padded room.
Why didn't you go with Renko, little one?
They come for you if you see it, you know. If you see too much of it.
Ah,
The other place.
Yeah,
We've seen a whole lot of it.
we've been there a couple times.
oh,
And live to tell the tale so far.
they're like heralds, but they're stuck. Repeaters. They just do the same thing over and over. Sometimes it's mundane, and sometimes it ain't.
Well, you can't stay here, buddy. Are you gonna come with us?
He looks up at you for the first time. He's not locked eyes with any of you yet, and he looks up at you, Eliza, and stands. And as he stands, you see the cavity where his intestines used to be. No, you don't understand. They already did for me. You need to go before they do for you too. Can you make a sanity check for me, please, all three of you?
Big oof, Mark. Big oof. Not good.
Okay.
Not good.
I succeeded.
Succeeded as well.
4 sanity loss for me there, please, Eliza.
Time to put this on my relationship with my ex-husband.
You gotta divorce him first.
I kind of
I'm
like.
pretty sure he'll be serving me papers. Our relationship is not looking good.
I'm gonna crouch down to the kid. Just, does it hurt? Does it hurt?
I told you. You just repeat. I'm like a record, I suppose. He looks back up to the window again. I think it's time for you to go now.
Okay. But
And
do you want to come with us? Can
no,
you walk?
you don't understand. You need to go.
Okay.
And that he looks up to the window again.
Okay. Okay.
Desmond just leaves. Desmond doesn't wait to see if Kane and Eliza follow him. He's expecting another round of glass shattering and shotgun shells to come raining down.
Yeah.
Time to go.
You
Begrudgingly leave.
leave, and as you're leaving, You follow his gaze up to that window. As you see the 3 gas mask wielding gentlemen standing there again. And they begin to pitch themselves through the window frame and in. Your head snaps back around, the boy's gone. What do you do?
Fire a shot off and
gun,
fucking run.
Gun? Shoot them?
You can run and gun. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna book it.
Okay. 2 firearms checks and you both move where you're headed to.
Money
Okay.
time.
Right, yeah, roll firearms.
Ow. Failure.
You'll be pleased to know that Eliza rolled a 16. She is ready to shoot them.
Alright, yeah, just roll damage on the weapon.
Seven.
The 3 of them jump through the window and hit the ground and begin to pick themselves up off the ground. The 2 of you fire off. Eliza, you strike the one in the middle on his shoulder as he, kind of right here on his shoulder, and he lurches back. As you begin to run, you can hear them giving chase behind you. So we're going to enter a chase sequence now as you move towards the room with the safe. The way this will play out, you'll be able to roll to escape. Or you can roll to attack and down one of them. You can choose to do both in one turn, but that will be at a 20% penalty to both in that turn. Should you fail a movement roll, they will move 1 stage closer to you. They're currently... You've moved into the next room. They're currently 1 stage behind. If they get to the same stage as you, then we enter a full combat. Alright. So can everyone make athletics checks for me, please?
I got a 8.
Okay.
I got a 71 over 69.
Okay.
Nice.
Not nice.
I'm not doing athletics either. I got a 52 over 50, so we're chilling.
Kane very quickly clears kind of the next room right up onto the exit. You guys are still kind of halfway across, and you can hear the men in the gas mask about to come through on the other side. Can you all make one more check for me, please? Athletics.
Oh boy! And it's a 3.
Okay. A 3? Okay, you move 2 stages away because that's a crit.
Goodbye.
Bye, Desmond.
So you've now caught back up with... You're on the same one as Kane is now, before his current role. Yeah, you're right up to the door.
I just have to outrun Eliza. I don't have to outrun these guys.
Oh, wow, alright.
Bear escape strategy. A park ranger would know that. Alright,
Yeah. Alright, well, this time I succeeded.
okay, so you get across... and Kane?
I got a 13.
Okay. So you all get kind of through the door. Kane and Eliza are kind of halfway across the next room, and Desmond is just through that door. And I'll roll for them now. Okay, that is... Don't have a thing. Oh, right. Oh, they roll a 97.
Goodbye.
So, I'm going to go ahead and say, the rest of you roll now.
I just rolled a 66 under 69, which
Nice.
is in fact nice.
It is nice, yeah.
39.
39 your success. And
Yeah.
Eliza?
I'm okay too.
Alright, because I got a crit from you guys on the last round, and they just crit failed, and now you've all passed. The rest of you clear this room, and Desmond, just real quick thinking, before you go through the door, there is a filing cabinet directly next to this door. You're just running through the kind of like offices now and random rooms, and it's enough for, if you were to pull the filing cabinet, it's not going to go all the way on its side because the hallway's not that large, but it's essentially going to get stuck diagonally across the door. And you do that. So I'm going to say, for the time being, until they find another way around and perhaps track you down again, you are now out of the chase. You can proceed towards the safe room if you wish, or elsewhere. It's up to you.
You know what? I think we're on safe room and get out of here, to be honest. The rest of this
Yeah.
place seems like more trouble than it's worth.
Desmond is actually whipping out the tranq rifle again, because apparently killing these fuckers doesn't do anything. But maybe if I put him to sleep for 8.5 hours, that'll do something. Especially if there's only 3 of them in actuality.
So you head to the safe room and you open the door. It's the room with the safe in it. To call it a safe room would be disingenuous. This is clearly the commander's office. It's the nicest room you've seen so far. Surprise, surprise. There are the upholstery. There's nice upholstery. There's a portrait on the wall that's been swung open with a large safe. The corpse of Petrov now on the ground. The bag of money with only a few stacks left to be placed, ready for you to take.
Mm-hmm. Does this office have a bookshelf?
It does.
Ah. Give me one of the books, Mark. I'm taking one of the books.
Okay, it's like a random book in Russian.
Yep. Cool. Listen, it's just the one thing I take from every place we're not supposed to be is a book, okay? I'm starting that now. Throw that in the back.
Pilfering the dead corpse of the officer, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm adding $800,000 to that, and I'd start picking up the double bag too. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would love to find some Russian documents that I'm definitely not supposed to have and put that in my bag too, please, if there's any.
You roll search on the cabinet. On his the only place you could search for documents in this room, because it's relatively, the upholstery is really nice. There's one long sort of chaise lounge like along the wall. The safe behind the portrait, and other than that, it's just the bureau that he's sat at. So if you're going to search for documents, it's going to be in that bureau. So you can go ahead and make a search roll. Corporal Kane, if you want to go ahead and make a search roll for searching the commander, I believe.
Yeah.
Desmond, you're piling the money in there.
If both of them are doing that, I'm just gonna keep my tranq rifle pointed at the way we came,
Okay, no problem.
because we don't have Ranko watching our back currently,
That's correct.
so I gotta do it.
Mark, please give me the forbidden Russian documents. I rolled a 17.
I got a
17.
33 under 66.
That's a crit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just a moment. So, I'll go with the interesting find first, and then the even more interesting find after that. How's that sound? So, Kane, you find his ID, confirming him to be a FSB officer of the FSB, although you imagine, much like Delta Green, that's probably his day job, and SV8 is off the books, so to speak. You also find on him... Hang on. Just need to check. It's his sidearm, an MP443.
Wow.
MP40.
What's that? I'm ready for the gun knowledge that I'm going to learn.
Standard Russian military sidearm. That's all he's carrying. As far as what you find,
Oh yeah, it looks just like the MP.
Eliza,
Wait, says.
Forbidden Russian document.
you're going through all the drawers and you just find Lifestyle magazine, Mouldy Apple, his lunch, clearly there's just in like a Tupperware box, thermos, stationery cupboard. You're like, oh, this is boring. And then you stop and you find it seems like an empty drawer at first, but as you're moving to close it, your fingertips kind of brush on the bottom of it and there's a hollow ring. And you look around and there's a small, very small keyhole in the bottom of this particular drawer. Corporal Kane, as you're rifling through the commander's pockets and you take the sidearm and you take the military ID, you knock against his leg and his the bottom of his shoe, the heel, is, at first you think it's broken off. Maybe the shoe got broke. You saw him get gunned, like you guys saw the whole thing. He got gunned down. So thinking, oh, as the shell just obliterated the rubber sole of his shoe. But then you realise the heel on the shoe is actually on a hinge. It's meant to open, and you open it all the way. You find a very tiny key. Because you critted.
Hey,
Well, there you go.
Miss Eliza,
there's a
believe.
keyhole in this drawer. There's like a bottom portion.
Well, fancy this coincidence. A little coinky dink for you.
Oh,
I
we're
passed
working
the
together. Look at that.
key to Eliza.
Okay.
Eliza will open the bottom of the drawer.
I'm just staring at the door. Still.
There's a click, and
I'll take over for you, Desmond, if you want to stash money.
Yeah, you're a better shot. Like, with love
Okay.
and peace. You are a better shot than me.
no problem, Desmond. You finish stashing the money. That's $1 million in cash.
Okay, I'm a very good counter.
The stacks are labelled, so it only takes you a moment to be like stack. You do the math real quick. It's $1 million.
Cool.
They're in like stacks of 10k. So, let me just see here. Okay. There is a... what amounts to a single item in the false bottom of this drawer. There is a what can only be described as manuscript of some kind. You take it and you sort of examine the cover, and it's somewhat leather bound. And you open it up, and it's like one of those old school sort of journals, leather bound journals. There are you open it up and you kind of flip through quick. These are Delta Green documents. There are
that's good.
what appear to be interview transcripts in there, personnel files, newspaper clippings. You definitely recognise FBI case files in there because you stare at those things every day. They're all signed under a single name. Just check here. Yeah. Matthew Carpenter.
Ah. Gotta add that. Okay.
It would take you a few days to study this in full, if you wish to do so.
Well, I'll pop that in the bag. This is the type of book I was looking for. Pop that in my bag.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Got $1 million, confidential case files, and 3 unkillable goons on your tail.
And some random, like, a Russian romance novel, probably.
And I can tell you indeed have a full Russian language copy of Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. And on that,
Awesome. I was hoping it was the complete and total history of steam engines from 1581 to 1904 by A. Plumbus.
so I'm assuming you're headed for extraction now, unless you wanted to do anything else before you leave.
No, definitely time to leave. We've overstayed our welcome.
It's time to go.
We've
So
overstayed.
hey, what about that basement?
You know what? We'll get to it another time. Unless you really want to go.
Basements. We don't fuck with basements.
All right.
Or, I mean, is there
Yeah, I
any?
really would not like to go to the basement ever.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Mm-mm. Let's head out.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the same time, there might be something that would help us against Mr. Wild.
How?
In the basement of this random Russian facility.
Yes, I hate to say it, but if there's something that can kill the fucker, I'd like to have it.
What makes you think that would be here?
I
What
don't
makes
know.
you think that any weapon they are creating in an orphanage is gonna be good for us?
No, I'm not being snarky. I'm actually genuinely curious to your thought process.
Well, I mean, like, the Russians are here working on a way to weaponize these creatures and these occurrences. Let's say they haven't already done so.
Yeah, I mean, what are the odds that we walk into the basement and some fucking horrific thing from, God forbid, Kansas looks at us and just vaporizes us with its mind?
very likely
And then we've
possibility.
left the door open. And we've
But
accomplished nothing but our own death. I'm literally holding $1 million fucking dollars. Can we please go?
all right, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
1
Something to
hour.
keep in.
We had 1 hour until we are stranded.
Yeah. All right. Fine. Fine. You're right.
In the
Time to head for
goddamn bayou.
extraction.
Okay. You head for the exit in pretty short order. You're outside. Away at the extraction, and there's a chopper on the ground. Unknown gentleman who very curtly sort of nods and gets into the cockpit, back into the cockpit. Begins to fire the engine up. The kids are already inside. It's pile you on. Renko's sitting on one of the seats on the back. It's a passenger helicopter, this thing. And as the last of you gets on and the door begins to slam shut, you feel that feeling in your stomach that you get when you're on a plane that takes off or a helicopter that takes off, and you feel that defiance of gravity almost. And you look out the window to just beyond the clearing where 3 gentlemen in trench coats step forth, and they just stare up at you
I'll wave
the-
to them.
as the chopper leaves.
I throw the piece.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, bitches. Bye, bitches.
Better luck next time.
Eat my shorts.
And with that, free and clear from the SV8 blacksite and the horrors contained within, we're going to call it a night. So, as always, thank you for listening, and have you seen the yellow sign yet? Good night.